Hey everybody, this is Cherokee Edwards from Cherokee Edwards Inspires, where we're going to have shows here to talk about life, to talk about what makes your life special, what makes it better, and everybody working together, because together everyone achieves more. Acronym for the word team. Stay tuned and let's get it on. Good morning everybody, and welcome to another shout out from the Cherokee Edwards Inspires podcast. And I'm here today with a friend of mine named Kenya Williams of I Shine For You Detailership. What's up, Kenya? How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Cherokee.
Good, man. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you here. But first of all, let's get started. Let's just dive right in and let's talk about that elephant in the room. We know that the coronavirus is going on. We got this pandemic, and it's really putting people in a melancholy way, a bad way. You know, it's gray outside, it's dark outside, but you and I know the sun will shine at some point, and people like to feel good about themselves. So tell us some things that how you feeling about this pandemic going on. What's going on with it?
I think it's just a time of where we are today. It's just what I call just cleaning up some things in our lives.
Yeah,
right? And it just so happened I'm in the car industry, in the auto industry, and one of the things we put off a lot of things, and it's forcing people to pretty much do these things they put off, and cars is one of them.
Yes.
And with everything going on, and everyone telling people put on their mask and put on their gloves, but you still going to the grocery store. But you forgetting when you go in the grocery store, you still got those same gloves that you touch a cart, you touch something,
right?
And then you go back in your car,
right.
So when you go in your car, you touching you touching your steering wheel, you touching your turn signal, you touching your your shifter, you touching your radio.
You touching something.
You touching something.
Right.
So with all that being said, this is just a perfect time to clean up those things, and the cars happen to be one of them since I'm in that industry.
That's awesome. That's amazing. So, all right. So when we talk about detailing, everybody knows about detailing. We got several detailing operations around here in Williamsburg, Virginia, but they're all around different locations. Tell us a little something about yourself. I want them to hear your story. Tell them about your story. What motivated you to create I Shine For You?
It was one of them things. It was a chore growing up as a kid. My grandmother loved to go to church on Sundays, and one of the things she wanted to have her car cleaned. And my grandmother, who's helped raise me, her, my brother, and my mom had a stroke when I was younger, and so my grandma was pretty much my primary caretaker.
Right.
And so with one of my chores growing up, well, like I said before, just to clean her car. And,
right.
It came a habit as a kid, and next thing I know, on a Saturday morning, and as an adult, I was doing the same thing, and I didn't realize it. I just thought, even though I just love to clean car anyway,
right?
It was just became a habit, and next thing I know, it turned into a business.
Yep.
And it was something I didn't sought out to go out to college. I'm an ODU grad. I'm a mechanical engineer. I just loved cars,
right?
And just my passion for cars. After 8 years of a career at the shipyard, is one of the things I just want to turn it back to my love, which was get back around cars.
Yeah. And I tell you, that's something to do something that you're passionate about, right, and find out how to monetize it, and on that subject, when we talk about I Shine For You, tell me about that name. How'd you come up with that name?
It was something that it's not personally about me, but it was something I wanted to do for people, and it was my smile always get it shines.
Yeah.
But it was also for people, and I kind of stemmed the Bible verse Matthew 5:16.
Okay, now.
So being so, I want to let my light shine by cleaning cars for other people.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things that that kind of stuck with.
That's an awesome name. That's an awesome name, though, man. Seriously. And I know you do a heck of a lot of work. I know I drive by there quite a bit, and I know a little bit more than the listeners. But tell us about your daily flow. How do you structure your client base, and tell us a little bit about that.
So since we are detail shop, not compared to your normal car wash, I schedule things by appointments. I don't get into just washing the car and vacuuming and then send you by your way.
Right.
We're more in the nooks and crannies. We talking engine bay. We talking, in between your seats, under your seats, in between your vents. You know, we looking at making your car actually shine, not just spray water or spray some wax on your hair. You know, we're getting down to the true value
nuts and
of your
bolts.
car.
That's right. You getting everything.
Yep. So we kind of, that's how we transition from not just being a normal car wash. You know, we're actually a detail company that's really detailing to the car.
You and I talked about the detail that you actually do. Here we go, detailing, right? Mm-hmm. Tell the listeners about some of the detail, that attention to detail that you pay, because I think it's very impressive, but where it goes beyond just the shining on the outside of the car. Tell them about how you sanitize the inside of the car and what you do on the inside.
So we just got some CDC and EPA approved products, and that's also has an EPA registered number, mm-hmm. and is a good sanitation product that mm-hmm. we give it it has to sit on a surface, a non-porous surface, for at least 1 minute.
Okay.
And this particular product, it allows us to go in to not only sanitize, but make sure a car is clean before we go in there. So one of the things we do, we clean the car first, mm-hmm. Vacuum, wipe down, whatever. And then we go into our sanitation process. And then we go into a process where we let the car sit for 24 hours before we try to deliver it to a customer.
Wow.
So, yes. So that's one of the things that we're doing and with this COVID-19 as far as
that extra step
mm-hmm.
to keep the safety for both sides, your people and the client, right?
Absolutely.
Because you need to go home to your children, your 3 beautiful babies, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And your beautiful wife. So yeah. So I mean, and I think that's where the focus needs to be. Is you're so detailed with the car mm-hmm. that it's no different than somebody that says, hey, I'm a surgeon. Well, I'm going to open you up. I'm going to fix something, but I want to fix the inside of you. And then I want to close you back up. I want to leave you better than I found it. Similar, right?
That's very similar. That's a great analogy that I use when someone say, what makes you different from somebody else? Mm-hmm. We are the surgeon for your particular car.
I love that. And it sounds like it. It does. I mean, you make it sound just like that, I tell you. So, all right. You're based here in Williamsburg.
Correct.
And you have a team, mm-hmm. right? And when you do things, we talk about, especially with the COVID-19, mm-hmm. possibly the school systems, how would that, you doing the buses and what process, take me through the process you would take with a school bus to get it ready for bringing the kids back for next year.
And one of the things, I look at, like, so my daughter ride the bus, she's a 6-year-old, and I just look at the cleanness of a bus before all of this.
Right. Even before the COVID-19.
You got kids coming, going, and, what are they doing to wipe down the buses?
Right.
Wow. And my approach is, we got to address this.
Yes.
And how can you address this? Is you need to look at every bus driver, have a look on that bus and how clean is this bus?
Yeah.
And my approach would be to, of course, clean first, but then disinfect and sanitize.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't want, that these kids are going place to place, hand to hand.
Yes.
Now
Yeah, they're kids. We've been there, right?
Right. So
yeah,
you got all this going on,
right?
As a school system, I mean, not just here in Williamsburg, but everywhere has to look at this.
I agree.
And we have to address it. I mean, I would love the business, but again, someone has to come in, like I said, because I'm not. I mean, I take my daughter to school every day.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
it's a necessary situation, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And would you advise the churches to do the same thing with their buses?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anybody has a fleet of vehicles, I'm talking about at least 5 or more,
mm-hmm.
you should be having to take some proper steps to sanitize and clean your vehicles.
Right. Now, I shine for you. I know that you will do mobile, but it sounds almost like you'd prefer them to bring the vehicle to the shop. Is that right?
More for my extensive services, yes, like the detail stuff. Mm-hmm. I would prefer shop because I can get, give you a better job. Plus, like now we got pollen, to kind of get in the details of your car. I got doors open and then pollen is still coming right back in. So it's kind of like, you're looking at me like, what happened to my car? But,
right.
I would do like now, one of the things we're doing a touchless car wash.
Okay.
So where we don't have to see the customer, we don't have to touch them, nothing. We're going outside, wash your car, just the exterior, and
and that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah,
you're good. You walking away with a clean car. At least your car is clean before you touch that
handle.
The handle.
That's right.
Again,
yeah,
we touching surfaces that we didn't think can get possibly contaminated. So
this is the new norm, isn't it, Kenya?
Absolutely.
This is the new norm. And like you said, it's probably something that should have always been thought of, but it's just going to go to a whole nother level now because we've lost over 20,000 people to this just in America alone.
Right.
You know, so it's one of those things. I think that if we're going to the doctors, if we're getting checkups, if we're getting physicals, if we're going to the dentist and we're getting our teeth clean and we're getting fillings, we probably need to keep our cars clean too. What do you think?
Absolutely, because if you turn the news, this is one of the areas that I feel that is not discussed. You know,
it's not.
You know, all you hear is, car dealerships advertising. Yeah, we sanitize this vehicle. We're picking up, dropping off.
Right.
But you're not saying how we're cleaning these cars.
Exactly.
It's easy for anybody to pick up a bottle of alcohol and just say, and spray your car is clean. But no, this is something I feel like the news, the CDC, everybody's failed to really discuss. And that's why, importantly, I went an extra step to educate myself and my clients and people I serve that, hey, we got to take extra steps here when cleaning cars.
Well, we're going to step away for a moment for our sponsors, but we could be right back with Mr. Kenya Williams with I Shine For You.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
All right. Well, we're back on the Cherokee Edwards Inspire Show, and we have my buddy Kenya Williams of I Shine For You, and we're having a very interesting discussion, but important one. And as I listen more and more, I think about how I used to love to just be outside and clean my car, and I'll clean it for 4 or 5 hours just because, it's just something that you just want to do, right? Yeah. It's like a therapeutic situation as well. Mm-hmm. But now, of course, being a business owner myself and being a very busy person, I don't have 3-4 hours of a day sometimes to be able to clean my car and, do this. And I think that's where your business really shines. And here we go. Operative word, I shine for you. So, tell me about the distance that you would go to provide these type of services.
So right now we're 60 miles north or south of here, or east or west of Williamsburg, Virginia.
Okay.
We travel as far as Richmond, and we travel as far as Virginia Beach.
Right.
I haven't touched North Carolina. I haven't been to DC. Well, actually, I have. I have been to Maryland and DC.
Have you?
Yes, but the job has to be
worth it.
Worth everything. So
I feel you.
I've done jobs up as far as DC and Maryland as well.
Well, I know I have. I meet with a business group who I love, and we're called The Leading Edge, and we meet every Friday morning. I definitely want to have you as a guest there at some point to be able to introduce this to my 15 to 20 counterparts, because, we all bring people that we feel like is valuable to us and see about, is there a way to benefit each other? And hey, guess what? People all have cars, trucks, motorcycles. I don't know if you do regular pedal bikes, but even those, you know what I mean?
Yes, everything. Anything with wheels.
Anything you riding on, right?
That's right.
And that's important. I think you've spoken to that I study this coronavirus now because of the fact I'm always talking and speaking. And you're right. I've never heard anybody. They talk about cleaning in the hospital, and they're talking about how you clean, wash your hands. And Dr. Sanjay, who I love, he taught me a new way to wash my hands. I thought I was always great at washing my hands. He did a tutorial on washing your hands, and it's an art form to it. You sing the song, the birthday song, and this by the second time you sung it, okay, you've been real thorough with it. I was like, oh, okay, I'll try that. But like you said, no one's speaking to the fact of what happens when you leave your clean house and take your clean hands and touch your dirty, filthy car. Your handles. Even if the car looks clean, am I right, Kenya?
That's right.
If the handles look clean, it doesn't necessarily mean they are.
That's right.
Right.
You got people coming in and out passenger car at the grocery stores, at the hospitals. I mean, everywhere. You know, I talked to one of my friends last week, and he said his wife got COVID, but she's a nurse at the hospital.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, she's at the hospital now. Some things may have been missed. Ding, 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 car.
Right. Yeah. But first thing that takes you there, right?
Right. They had to get to the hospital. How they gonna get there? By some form of transportation.
Wow. Never even think about that. And I wonder why they're not talking about that. I think it's just overlooked. What do you think?
Well, I don't think it's overlooked. And I was on a symposium last week as well that I took an actual class for. And they said pretty much cars is kind of like, they want to say it's something like we should do anyways, but they don't have enough people really complaining about it as they should.
Yeah.
And even down to them, like some people that are specializing in the science of COVID-19.
Right.
They don't have no education for people in the car industry.
No. They're not. I watch hours and hours every day.
Right.
Dr. Fauci,
Yep.
Dr. Sanjay,
Yep.
I mean, constantly, and no one has brought up detail your car, truly detail it, sanitize it.
Right.
You would sanitize your hands, like you said. You put the gloves on. I got gloves. I'm going to the car. You put your mask on, and that's great because we need to do that.
Right.
But we may actually already bring the virus into the car when we touch the handle or grab it from the handle, or and that's just this situation.
Yep.
But as you said, we probably should have been trying to look at this even without the pandemic.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Absolutely. Because it's amazing how many germs you attract in your car on a daily basis. From the shoes you wear.
Yes. You get right in the car. I mean, it could be raining, it could be dirty. You walk, and the first thing you do is get in the car with those shoes that you don't take your shoes off. Like in my house, we're doing our podcast here at the house, right? First thing we did is what? We take your shoes off.
Right.
But if you got the shoes there from outside and you go back and get in the car, you didn't do nothing. You actually took it right back, right?
And then you got kids that have left food that's in the car.
Wow, yeah.
So,
just the basics, right?
Yeah, just the basics. And so, just imagine how much germs we're attracting in and out of the car.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. So all right, as a business owner, and I would be remiss if I didn't ask this, because I know you weren't given this company. You invented it, you created it. Mm-hmm. What would you give as advice to aspiring young people that would like to walk in our shoes and walk in the shoes of an entrepreneur, as a builder of a business?
I would say follow your gift, and that's something I really, personally, I had to tap into. And I think a lot of times people miss their actual gift, and they go after the big dollar industry or something that's gonna, quote unquote, pay a lot of money.
Right. Right.
I feel if you're passionate about something and you're gifted at it, you will do whatever it takes to make that work.
I agree.
However the case may be.
I agree. So as far as goal setting, and obviously you wouldn't be here if you weren't a goal setter, right? And you're an athlete as well, just like I am. So it's like a lot of things that we had to do. We had goals set from the beginning of the season for workouts after, when no cameras are on us, when nobody's there, right? Mm-hmm. And well, first, let me ask you this. Do you feel like it's a similarity to building iShine for you as it was when you were playing ball?
Absolutely. Very similar. And it's the same approach I take with, how I train for basketball, even as being a coach. Mm-hmm. It's one of the things, it's repetition.
Yes.
It's repetition. You have to keep at it. And it's one of the things that I try to implement, like I said, even down to the youth, you got to keep at it.
Oh, yeah.
Being in business, it's one of the things, giving up is
no option. No option. No option for that.
No option of giving up, and no sign of giving up. Even in spite of what we're going through here, I look at it as like, hey, this fourth quarter with 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, what we doing?
Right. So it's one of the things I'm pushing forward.
That's right.
I got to play defense.
That's right.
And I realize right now I'm just on the defensive end.
Right. No matter how tired you are,
right.
You got to look at that opponent. He's tired too.
He's tired, exactly.
Go get it, right?
But during the time I see defense is also opportunity. And that's
yes, it is.
In this COVID-19, there's a lot of opportunity, and that's where the creativity side come in.
Yeah.
With this opportunity as far as
You and I speak about this. We've been speaking about this
Yes.
off camera, and now we're doing it on camera for y'all to hear.
Yep.
That stop feeling sorry for ourselves. We've been through things before. We've been through 9/11. We've been through the swine flu. And yes, this is an ugly situation, and we all are probably going to have people, friends of ours, family of ours that may fall to this, right? But these are things that this world has always offered, was destruction, but it also offers opportunity.
Yep.
And like you said, I think we should take this time to motivate us, right?
That's right.
And so let me ask you this. What lessons have you learned? What would you say the most valuable lesson you've learned or taught yourself as you've come through being a business owner?
Patience. Patience was a big key because, like I said, being a person that's always, loved being in the driver's seat, loves to be in control. It taught me a lot of patience and a lot of faith.
Yeah.
One of the things that I felt was lacking was the faith, because I wanted it right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at guys that probably been in business longer than I have, or probably even shorter time than me, and like, man, how are they succeeding? I said, you know what? Look at my own life.
There you go.
Look at how I progressed with no help, no financial backing. It was all on me, and it's something that I'm really passionate about. I'm making it work for me and my house.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
And it taught me those two things, and that's the thing that I had to realize that's what's going to carry me through, even like I said, where we are today.
You know what, Kenya, we're gonna go here. You and I talked about this several times off air. But we're going to do this. Because I know you don't even know what I'm going to say, but you might know who knows. But we're going to take this time. We're going to take this moment. And let's reach out to our brothers and sisters, and let's reach out to the minority group a little bit. Okay. Let's talk about that in this closing segment. What do you see as the biggest obstacles in your business? What have you seen?
I can count on how many minority-owned clients I have. I get that, I always get the prices want to get cut down. If I,
yeah.
We go to a restaurant, you got a coupon or you don't.
Right.
But you're still ordering off that menu.
Yes, you are.
So I have a menu.
Right.
And every time I give my minority-owned person what's on my menu, that's too much.
It's too much.
And I'm like, okay, but I'm not trying to, get you out of your money, or if I deal with my minority or I do business with them, it's like, it's always something for nothing.
Yeah.
I had an instance where I dealt business with the minority owned. I even gave them money back.
Wow.
Because they thought, it was too much, or
you try to get over,
or they didn't want to add all these extra services that I gave them.
Right. They didn't see the value in that.
They didn't see the value in it. But I'm like, okay, you have your business that's, displayed here.
Right.
I'm trying to add value. I don't want a whole lot.
Right.
It's not the money. It's me.
It's fair.
It's
pay for your time.
Right.
Pay for your time.
Right.
Pay for your education.
Right. And, even down like a few weeks ago, I had a customer that I was trying to do business with, has a $300,000 car. Didn't think he was supposed to pay me.
Jesus.
But wanted something for nothing. I'm like, that's time. I don't care about the money at this point.
Right.
We're talking about the time that I took away from my 6 and 2-year-old that I can't get back.
You got to pay for your time.
I don't want the money. No. I just want my time back.
Exactly.
But I can't get it back.
Exactly.
So if I'm going to be out here, servicing my people, let's pay me for my time.
Exactly.
And that's all I want. I think I'm pretty fair. I mean, I see.
Oh, you are. I see your prices. We don't have to talk about them on air, but the value that you give,
right.
Like you say, people have to understand. You don't necessarily pay for the actual work as much as you pay for the time of the work.
Right.
The execution of the work.
Right.
Goods and services are what we generally pay for in the world.
That's right.
Goods and services.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone's saying, hey, I'm not selling you the cleaning supplies to go wash your own car,
mm-hmm.
detail your car, then that means I'm giving you a service.
Right.
And if I'm giving you a service, then there's a value to that. And I agree with you 100% that we have to stop looking to others to save us or to save it. And stop looking, these people won't give me this job because I'm this or because I'm that. I'm black or I'm Hispanic or I'm this, that, and no. Earn your place and value others the way you want yourself to be valued.
Right.
I know I'm cleaning this up with this, and it's emotional. We're not on a regular interview. This is real. Right. This is real. Right. We have to stop this. We have to stop thinking that we pay top dollar to somebody who gives us half the service, and then when you get somebody that puts their love and passion in it, you want them to do it for nothing, little next to nothing. Yep. It costs them supplies just like it costs the other people supplies.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. So we got to look at where we are too, in the location in Williamsburg, Virginia as a whole. We can look at how many minority-owned business that storefront. Right. It's not many.
No.
And we are a minority as in itself.
Yes.
By not having as many.
Yes.
Minority-owned business, and so when we do have one, and he too high, or he can't do it better than my guy that can do it. That's don't have no license, no insurance. Right. It can go get the product from the dollar store. I mean, I get all that, and I understand, but I don't cry wolf.
Right.
That's your person. So be it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm an athlete, man. I know how to pivot.
That's right. You know how to adjust. I know how to adjust. You know how to adjust.
So even like I said before, even with all this, I'm appreciative of all the customers I have. And, I don't care, black, white, Hispanic, you name it. Everybody gets the same treatment.
You get the
service.
I'm
still going to be the same person.
That's right.
I'm not trying to get nobody for no money.
Right.
It's just like I said, I love what I do on a day-to-day basis. It's a new challenge, but I embrace it and I enjoy it.
Yeah. When you're passionate about something, you're doing what you're passionate about, you're not working anymore.
That's right.
And the value is what I want people to understand on here. Mm-hmm. So listeners, I want you to understand value. Give people an opportunity to show you their value. And once they show you their value, pay them for it. That's right. Don't sit there and ask them for a discount. Don't ask them, did they give you a discounted service? If they gave you a discounted service, then you got a right to ask for a discounted price. Right. But if that's not the case, let's keep our businesses going, guys. Let's keep it going. Let's patronize each other. And I'm not saying don't deal with other people. I deal with everybody. But being in business for over 20 years, I understand and I've seen this. And I think that when we look at each other sometimes, the first thing we think is this person trying to get over. Yeah. Let me see what I can get from them for nothing, or there's a battle. It's no battle. The battle is with you and you because you want your car clean. You want somebody that's you want to drive away. How does it make you feel? If it makes you feel great to see a clean car, I know it makes me feel great. Mm-hmm. When I see my car and I can see my face in my rims and I can see my face in the glass, in the finish of the car, I feel great. I don't even think about the money I spent. Right. I just think about how great I feel when I'm driving the car.
Absolutely.
And I know, and when I sit in the car and smell that good smell, mm-hmm. and know that, and fresh and clean, and now I got educated about the sanitation of it, man, I know I feel even better, because it's better than a hospital bill, because that hospital bill and that medication is going to cost you a lot more. Mm-hmm. If you only got to contract something like this once, guys. Mm-hmm. So do everything in your power, I'm going to say this, to protect yourself and your loved ones, mm-hmm. even when it comes to the car dealership. So in closing, man, because I know we can go on about this, and that's going to be another segment. I'll probably have you on again because I do a lot of speaking with the youth, and I know you deal with the youth too as a coach and everything. I want them to have a different perspective on what value is and what's the difference between value, price, and cost, because there is a difference in the three. The value and the price work together. They go hand in hand.
That's right.
But the cost is what it is if you don't do something the right way. Mm-hmm. Now, what you say is, what did it cost me not to spend this money that I thought was so much?
Right.
Now it cost me more because that something else happened. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. But if the value meets that price, then no harm done. Yeah. And let's keep each other in business. So do me a favor, Kenya. Tell our listeners how to get in touch with you and what's the best way to communicate with you.
Of course, by phone is the best way. You can reach me at 757-378-2844. Email is info@ishineforyouautodetailing.com. I am on social media at I Shine For You Auto Detailing on Facebook, and I'm at I Shine For You Auto Detailing on Instagram.
All right. Well, you know what? And I would be remiss if I didn't close this out with, I know you're a reader just like I am. Give the new listeners and these entrepreneurs, give them a book or two that you read that changed your life.
The book that changed my life is Destiny by T.D. Jakes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
That has really set.
That's an awesome book.
It got me started in my entrepreneur journey.
Good. So you would recommend, obviously, for our listeners to pick up that book.
Absolutely.
And pick up, books and read it and study it and put it into your life, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And that was Kenya Williams of I Shine For You. God bless. Thank you so much for coming on board, buddy.